Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Console Space Podcast, the podcast where we get together and talk about what's going on in the console space. I'm your host, Sean Colangelo, joined as always by co-host, co-producer, the one and only Slick Wick, Jonathan Porter. How's it going, JP?
It's going good, Sean.
We are missing the raddest dad you wish you had, Rob Kettlewell, today. He is DJing a birthday party. DJ Rob, we wish him the best. And we really hope that he plays a lot of Freebird.
Yeah,
But
we can only hope.
we can only hope. On that note, we'll switch back to you, Jables. What are you playing, man?
I started playing The Witness. It was on sale for $10 on one of the sales on the PlayStation Store, and I actually just finished it throughout the week. I played a decent amount of it, and it was really interesting. It got really difficult. I did look a couple answers up for some of the puzzles, but I didn't look anything up unless I spent like a solid amount of time on it, and then I was like, you know what, I'd like to get past this part now. But it was really good. What was cool about it. So you're on an island. There's these panels everywhere that basically have these line puzzles on them, and they get progressively difficult. There are certain sections that are kind of themed on the island, different types of puzzles, and then there are, but they start combining in different places. So if you go somewhere, you can technically go anywhere you want first, but you won't know how to do the puzzles unless you go to an area that kind of like teaches you what that type of puzzle is or how to do it. So it's like you kind of go around the island kind of looking for the information you need to solve things. So it's kind of cool in that you can, you basically go around collecting information, but it was fun at the well, I was gonna say something about the end, but I don't want to say anything about the end.
Yeah.
Okay. It was
Spoilers.
Geez. It's worth checking out for sure if you're into puzzle games.
Well, I bought it too.
Okay.
So that was a part of the holiday sale that was going on for PlayStation for like 6 weeks or whatever. That was one of the best deals too, because it was like 75% off.
Yeah.
Like it was way cheaper than retail. But I haven't actually played it yet. So maybe after this podcast, if you don't mind, I'd like to witness you play it.
Whatever. Yeah. Sure.
Whatever. I'll be here all week. So is that pretty much all you're throwing down on?
Yeah, pretty much. I beat Dark Souls 2. I didn't do the DLC yet, but beat the main story finally.
Well, now you can play Dark Souls Remastered for Switch.
I know. No, that is really cool that they're putting it on the Switch. I played it so recently though that I probably won't pick it up, but
I just agree that it's cool. We'll get into that.
Okay.
We'll get into that. It's not cool. I'm just kind of like, whatever.
We'll get into it.
What
What have you been playing?
Well, I'm still playing Assassin's Creed Origins. I probably unlocked about half the map, so I'm just kind of slowly but surely getting through it. It's a good game. Actually, kind of surprised as to how good the story is. Although I don't know much about the Assassin's Creed storyline, it seems really confusing and convoluted, and I'm not really enough of a fan to care. So I'm kind of like, whatever. But this one's particular story seems like it's pretty cool. And on top of that, like I recently beat Super Mario Odyssey, or at least, like the story of it. I mean, once you do beat it, there's much more to do, which I will get to eventually. But for some reason or another, I thought it would be a good idea to start Zelda.
Yeah.
On top of Ascreed, which is stupid because they're two, vast, open world games with countless things to do. And I'm like, why am I trying to put you please at the same time? but I don't know. I just like really wanted to play Zelda. I mean, I actually bought the new Zelda at launch,
Hmm.
because I wanted to ensure that I secured one of these special editions. But I didn't even have a Switch yet, so I was like, so I'm finally able to play it. So like I wanted to dive in, and I know that you've played a good bit of Zelda, right? Uh,
Yeah, I played a decent amount of it. I didn't beat it or anything, but yeah.
yeah. Um, it's pretty unreal. Like when you
Mm.
wake up in the cave in the beginning and you walk out, and it's just this vast open world, and it's
Hmm.
like absolutely gorgeous. I mean, something I definitely never thought I would see in a Zelda game. And I like the change up, but I gotta wonder if they needed to make it open world.
Um, to me, the open world, like, other than just how big this one is, it wasn't like massive change from like walking out into the world of Ocarina of Time or something like that.
Yeah,
It's just in the sense of where you have to cross the map and find a new place to go and stuff like that. I mean, this one is way bigger, but and you can kind of go. You don't have to hit certain places first. At least you know what I mean. But it's I don't think it was that just the open world in and of itself. I don't think that was that big of a change.
yeah. I don't like. I'm not against it or anything. Like I've only seen three sections of the map, so I mean,
Hmm.
I have plenty more to see, and I'm sure I haven't even really seen any of the like truly like epic moments or anything yet. But my my initial kind of impression so far is I don't know. Do you kind of almost feel like the shrines are just filler? Like, what if the shrines weren't in the open world?
The shrines, yeah, they're just. I mean, it's like they scattered mini games everywhere, so you can collect things to increase your health and your stamina, and um, yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, I don't know. Like, think of the open world without the shrines,
mhm.
and it would be just like hills and mountains and fields.
Hmm.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I guess I just feel like without them, it would be pretty barren. Like like there wouldn't really even be much to do.
I can see that.
But
I don't know. I guess you're right. I guess it's there's like there's like things like there'll be like camps of enemies and things like that. Like it's not
yeah,
like empty without the shrines.
yeah. Well, no, I mean,
Um,
I've already encountered all kinds of the outposts. You
hmm.
mean like where you take them all out and then you get the chests?
Yeah, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Again, I have a lot to see. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But
I think that is the main incentive, finding the shrines, like the main incentive for exploring, uh, finding the shrines, just finding items,
mhm.
stuff like that. But
Yeah, like I said, I like when game franchises take risks and like change things up.
mhm.
But I feel like with like open world becoming the standard, that's not always a good thing. It's like okay, I mean, one way I can compare it to is how right alongside at the same time I'm playing Ask Origins, right?
Mhm.
And there's all kinds of shit to do in that game. Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's countless things to do in that game. Where I mean, it's like you can walk a few hundred feet and there will be a new location to discover, like
Mhm.
treasure to find, a side quest to do, blah blah blah. So I don't know.
I I think if you once you play it more, you might change your mind a little bit because uh there are plenty of side quests in it. Talking to someone
Yeah.
will get you something to do. Uh, I think with me, I don't know how the new Assassin's Creed is. I hear it's a lot. better than the past few, but like I I don't like the way that I feel like Ubisoft typically a lot of their games are like they'll put a bunch of like the same quests like all over the map, and there might be a side quest or something new like every 10 feet, but it's just more the same and it just gets really old to me.
Hmm.
Um, like with, I mean, they do the same kind of thing with Watch Dogs and with even the newer Far Cry games. Like it's okay, you climb to the top of this tower, unlock more of the map, and then 10 quests appear that you've already done, but just in a slight in a different place. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on what you're into. But and like I said, I don't know how the new Assassin's Creed is. They might have made things a lot more varied in the new one, but
Well,
um,
you can climb the Great Pyramids of Giza,
okay. So
so
it's
that's pretty
probably
cool.
the best thing. Uh,
So it's the best game ever. Yeah.
yeah. I think in Zelda, I was just blown away with how much you could do just with like the game engine, just
Oh yeah,
yeah, finding
it's
things
unreal.
out. Like,
It's unreal.
yeah.
Maybe it's running on Unreal. I don't know.
um, I just remember like standing on top of a tower and I think I accidentally threw like a bomb or something. I caught the grass on fire beneath me
Mm.
and then the air comes up and I'm like, wait, and it like lets you glide higher.
Oh, I didn't know
Yeah, yeah.
that.
If you catch the grass on fire, it'll put like like whatever steam up in the air, and it'll let you
Wow,
glide higher in the air.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, just like finding things out like that is really cool. So,
Yeah, like I said, that's just kind of my like first reaction to it. But
uh
I have a long way to go. So
yeah.
I mean, I know it's going to get better and more epic, and I'm going to see all this crazy shit.
Mm.
So, but anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just trying to truck through those two games. Um, it's a slog because it's a lot to do.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm playing them at the same time, but it's just how things worked out. But on that note, on the topic of Zelda and the Switch, we're going to stick with Nintendo. We're going to
Hmm.
talk about what Nintendo has been up to the past couple of weeks. We had a bad snowstorm a few weeks back, so there's a weekend where we did not meet up to record. We wanted to talk about their latest Nintendo Direct mini conference, which was a few weeks ago. So we'll talk about that, and then a week or two after that, they revealed Nintendo Labo.
Hmm.
So, um, in the Nintendo Direct, we'll kind of briefly recap that. So they showed the new Kirby game,
Yeah.
Kirby Star Allies. That looks pretty cool.
Mm.
I always like Kirby games, so um, they are bringing a couple more things over from the Wii U,
Yes.
which are Hyrule Warriors and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze are getting ports.
Hmm.
I think I think those are the big two. Um, oh, and actually, Pokken Tournament too is making
Oh,
its
okay.
way
Was
to
it?
the
Oh, okay. Was that on the Wii U?
yeah
Okay.
yeah.
Mm.
Um, my personal favorite announcement was Mario Tennis Aces.
Oh
I don't know why, but
yeah.
I've always loved Mario Tennis. And the last one for the Wii U was okay, but
Mm.
kind of a swing and a miss by account of a lot of ratings wise, I guess. So that'll be
I
cool.
hear this new one has a story mode, and I think it's like the first one that has a story mode since like
Yeah,
what one of the ones in DS or something like
yeah,
that.
like it's been a while.
Hmm.
So pumped for that. I kind of wonder why they don't make another Mario Golf
I don't know.
because I feel like there hasn't been one of those since like what the GameCube. Maybe one on
Possibly.
one of their handhelds. I
Yeah,
don't really follow the handhelds,
I'm not sure.
but I know it's been way longer since we've seen that since the tennis. But I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, trying to think what else here. There weren't. I mean, it was only like a 15-minute live stream,
Hmm.
and a lot of people were kind of let down by this. I think that's because they hyped themselves up. Like,
I feel like I know I feel like they tried to make it clear, like they called it the Nintendo Direct Mini. They weren't intending to like announce anything too crazy. I mean, they did announce a lot of stuff though. All the games coming to the Switch. I mean, a lot of it was ports, but it's I think games coming from the Wii U to the Switch. I know a lot. I don't have a Wii U. I know a lot of people that kind of skipped over it.
I have a Wii U.
I know you have a Wii U.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't, and I'd honestly like to get one, but the games coming from the Wii U to the Switch, maybe I won't have to get one if I just have a Switch.
Probably not. Although I will tell you that if you really do want a Wii U, don't wait because they're not manufacturing them anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's I don't even know. I feel like I've missed out, but I think I know Nintendo games never drop in price. The system probably won't drop a whole lot in price. It's probably at this point gonna just go up in price. So yeah, I should if I want to get one, I should do that as soon as possible. But
I mean, I'm trying to think, man. You really might not need one because, like, so far the only thing that they haven't ported that's like a must play is like Smash.
that's true.
I mean, Zelda obviously came out for both.
Yeah.
Um,
No.
you know,
Donkey Kong and
Mario Kart,
Mario Kart,
Bayonetta 1 and 2,
Bayonetta,
Hyrule Warriors now,
Hyrule Warriors.
Donkey Kong now. I mean, that leaves like the Wonderful 101 was a really cool, highly underrated game on the Wii U, but that's a good point. I mean, you probably don't even really need a Wii U now.
Yeah, I like that they did something interesting with it, with having two screens to look at. But
Yeah, my thing with the Wii U is I think the worst mistake they made was just the name.
yeah,
Because, like, for real, like, when they first revealed it, I thought that it was just, like, an add-on for the Wii U. It was like, hey, you can, like, use this, like, screen tablet to, like, with your, like, I didn't even realize it was, like, a new console. And I was just
feel
like, what is...
most people thought that.
Yeah, so, I think it was a bit misunderstood. But, I mean...
And you can imagine if you thought that, all the parents buying stuff for the kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Were
But,
completely
like,
in the dark.
think of the Switch. I mean, I mean, all the Switch really is an actual more portable version of the Wii U.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So, I mean, it's not much different at all. But speaking of, one of the few games that they have not ported being Super Smash.
Right.
What do you make of that? Why do you think they're not porting it? Do you think it's because they already have a Smash probably pretty close to show?
That's very possible that they could be working on another Smash Brothers. I wonder what they're gonna do. I was really glad that they released the GameCube adapter for the Wii U, so people could use GameCube controllers, because that's kind of like the Smash Brothers controller.
Yeah.
And I wonder,
And the best controller of all time.
and I wonder if they have any plans to, maybe they need to work on like getting an adapter that will work with the Switch. I don't know if they're trying to like, if they come out with a new Smash Brothers for the Switch, I wonder if they have any plans to let you use a GameCube controller with the Switch, because you could plug in an adapter to the USB ports, but then you'd have to play it docked to use the.
Yeah.
So maybe they could release like a Bluetooth GameCube controller.
Because there is a USB in the back of the Switch dock, right?
Yes, I think there's a couple on the front.
I could see them doing that and maybe utilizing the mode, where it's like on the peg.
What is it?
Like when it's like on like the kickstand mode.
Yeah.
And then making it so up to 4 people can use the little Joy Cons and play on the kickstand Switch. I mean
Well, yeah, I'm
I mean
sure.
that
I'm
wouldn't be a great
sure.
way to play it,
Right.
but
I'm sure you'll be able to play it with the Joy Cons, but I I wonder if they have a way to allow you to use the GameCube controllers, like whether it be an actual Bluetooth GameCube controller, if they think that would sell, or if they would release a new adapter that was Bluetooth. You plug everything into the adapter, and then that's Bluetooth.
that's pro what they're trying to figure out at this very moment. And like, what in the hell do we do?
Yeah.
Because I mean, again, keep in mind that it has been I mean, the Wii U Smash was in 2014. That was,
Yeah.
I mean, that was 4 years ago. So it's about time.
Mm.
And considering they've ported just about everything else, um, you know, I feel like we can't be too far off. And I think that's why, you know, people were so hyped for this stream. They were like, "Oh man, we're gonna see the new Pokemon. We're gonna see Metroid. We're
And
gonna see Smash Brothers." And so
and it might be because I don't think they've ever ported a Smash Brothers game, and it might be all the licensing they would have to go through with other, because now that they have other developers like IP in Smash Brothers, like Sonic and other, they have to get permission to put that on a new console too, and maybe it's just a hassle to port Smash Brothers, and they're just gonna leave it on that console and wait for the next one.
yeah, yeah, we can't be too. Again, it's been 4 years. I would be willing to bet at this coming E3. And that's probably when we'll see what we wanted to see at this direct, like Smash and that's probably where we're going to see the bigger announcements.
Yeah.
So, but aside from that, so we talked about most of what they
We
had,
need to. What do you think about they're porting Dark Souls to the Switch?
Okay, yeah, that was what I was going to bring up last with it. That's great. I don't have a problem with it. I just, for me, it's hard to relate to that being a big deal because like I don't go to Nintendo to play my third-party games. So it just, I understand why it's a big deal for Nintendo. But for me, I'm like, I just don't care.
That's fair. When I was playing Dark Souls 2, I had to go somewhere, and I was like, boy, wish I could take this with me. And they announced
Yeah.
Dark Souls on the Switch, and I was like, you know what? That would be really cool to take places. And I don't know how fun it will be to play a game that you have to put a lot of concentration to on the go, but it does autosave constantly, so it's not like there won't be any problems as far as like portability goes, other than it's a hard game.
Yeah.
But I played Dark Souls not like too terribly long ago, so I'm not like super excited to jump back into it. But I think Dark Souls on the Switch will be really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just just from my personal perspective, I wanted them to end their show with, okay, like, here's the new Metroid or Smash Brothers, but instead it's like, here's this old game that, and I'm like, oh,
I get that.
but
I get that.
Again, that's just me.
I think,
But
yeah. Since I don't think they wanted to, the games that they are working on, I don't think they wanted to end it on tennis or any of those other games that they announced. So I think they were like, you know what, Dark Souls is a big title. So
yeah. And yeah, so I don't think it was a bad conference. I don't think it was mind blowing by any means, but I think it's been largely perceived as a slightly worse than what it was, just because of how pumped people were. Like they like really had their expectations high, and it just wasn't really that kind of show.
Right.
Like I said, we'll see the big guns here in a few months at E3. So, staying on the topic of Nintendo, like I said, I think it was only about it was only a few weeks after that they revealed Nintendo Labo, which it's just the most Nintendo thing ever.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
was like, yeah, it's like not good, not bad, just kind of like that. That's Nintendo.
Yeah.
That's just something they would do. I can't say it's something I'm personally interested in, but it looks cool. I mean, like, it looks interesting.
Yeah. I think it's cool that, and I imagine they had this plan from the beginning, because they with the Joy-Cons having all the extra functionality.
Toy cons.
All right.
That's what they call them now. Well, when you use them with the Labo,
really?
they're toy cons.
Is that a real thing?
That's the thing.
Okay.
That's what they call them.
All right.
So get it right, Jables. Just kidding.
So yeah, I think it looks cool. I think, like you said, I'm not like, I don't know if I'll get it, but I think it's cool.
Yeah. It's like I said, it's very intriguing. Apparently you hook up the Joy-Cons to like pieces of cardboard, and then you can make.
Yes.
Like,
one of the Joy-Cons has like an infrared sensor in it, and at the bottom, and that plays a big part in most of them. But there's one that's a piano. You put that Joy-Con into the back of the piano, and there's like reflective tape on the back of the keys, and as you move them, it senses the movement and the speed and everything, and it lets you play a piano on the Switch. And I think there's like a mini game, or I don't know. I don't really know much about the software yet, because there's two versions. One is like a variety game that comes with all the different pieces, and the other one is mainly a giant robot game that comes with the pieces to put together like a robot suit. And so I don't know if the variety pack, if it's just a bunch of mini games, or how in depth it is, but they each have their own cardboard thing to build and interact with that affects the game. So looks cool.
Yeah. What I want to know is, can you make a drone out of it? Because then I'll buy one.
I don't think they've perfected the drone technology with cardboard yet.
Okay.
So I just keep an eye out. I'm sure it'll be soon.
I don't know if I ever told you, back in June at the beach, one of my soon-to-be in-laws brought this crazy, like, really expensive drone with him. Yeah. And was just like, here you go, fly it.
Uh-huh. You flew it right into the ocean.
No, well, I flew it over the ocean.
Okay.
Yeah. I spent about half that vacation just flying this drone around.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Did you just sit in the hotel room with like a VR headset on and just...
I wish I had a VR headset. No, it was like super cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it was like way more fun than you know what I mean? I mean, I don't really know why it's fun. It's like super fun. Yeah. We got it up to like a few 100 feet in the air, too.
That's awesome.
It was a good time. That's really it regarding Nintendo. This isn't on topic per se, but I just did think of it. Just a little thing I want to throw in there. I don't know if you saw, Microsoft is bringing back Fable.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah, so it was around the same time at the beginning of last year when they canceled Scalebound. They also shut down Lionhead Studios and canceled Fable Legends. Right. But now apparently they're gonna revive Fable, but they're gonna assign it to a different studio. I
forget the name of the studio. Play something.
Yeah, so I don't really know what the logic is behind that. I mean, I guess behind this,
canceling the game and then immediately starting it again.
Yeah, but it will you hopefully be good for Fable,
Mhm.
and hopefully it can make a comeback.
Yeah, I don't know if they just had a problem with the team or I don't really know.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I I personally don't get the big deal with Fable. I mean, I can see how it was a really cool RPG, like 15 years ago,
Hmm.
but we're at a point now where there is obviously like there are like some really good RPGs out there, like really, really, really good, like expansive, vast with a lot of depth.
Hmm.
So
Hopefully they just I maybe they have a new idea for it and they want to expand it and they just decided to use that name because people know that name and
well, sure.
hopefully it's a good game, but yeah, I think I know a lot of the past ones have been disappointing to people because uh Peter Molyneux, the dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
he just is always like, "It's gonna be the best game ever."
Yeah, and it doesn't do half the stuff that he says it's gonna
Yeah,
do. So hopefully, hopefully they can get away from that and just make something cool. So
yeah. Um, on that same topic, I was reading something else. Again, it was about Phil Spencer just sort of continuing to acknowledge that like they know that they need like new IP and new games and stuff like that.
mm,
And it was like similar to what he was saying a few months ago, which was kind of reiterating what he said when he took over 4 or 5 years ago.
mm,
And just kind of interested to see when they follow through with that. I feel like that's kind of what they did with PUBG,
mm,
of just being like, well, we didn't make this, but we'll just
mm.
lock it up for a year of exclusivity and so on and so forth. So that's probably what they'll continue to do. But I want to say it is the Coalition, who is the company that makes Gears now.
Mm.
Is they're supposedly making a new IP.
Oh, okay.
So that when Microsoft acquired the Coalition, they were making a new IP, but they canned it for Gears. So if they are actually, letting them, spread their wings a bit,
Yeah.
that could be good.
I have an idea for new IP for Microsoft.
Yeah,
I think they should make an action game
Halo
where,
Battlegrounds.
well, hear me out. I think they should make an action game where you have like a big dragon as a sidekick, and then you can like tell that dragon to do stuff, and then maybe like Platinum Games could make it. I don't know.
That
Uh,
sounds really cool.
Yeah, I even have a title for it. I was thinking about calling it Scalebound.
Dude, that's one of the few
Um,
games that Microsoft would be involved in that I would be interested in.
I know, right? Well, maybe they could just at least give me a shout out if they ever make it, and
Yeah.
then no big deal. No, I was sad that was canceled, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh yeah, it sucks, but I can't say I'm surprised. I mean, I did you ever see where the creator of that game or whatever was like tweeting like about how much he like hates Microsoft and stuff like that? He was just
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
yeah,
they ruin everything," and
yeah.
I don't know exactly what he said,
Was
but
it? If it's the guy I'm thinking of, I think he's notorious for like calling people out on Twitter.
yeah,
Yeah.
I forget his name. Yeah,
Was it Hideki Kamiya or
I
was
feel
it?
like possibly.
I think I don't know. If only we could look it up, but we just can't.
We do have space phones, but yeah.
um, yeah. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about?
Not really. I don't know if you have anything. I was just kind of,
Yeah.
there's a few things off topic that I thought of
Mhm.
that I had read recently, but that was really it.
Mm.
I don't know if you have anything else.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we'll skip our last segment just because without Rob, it's not quite the same.
It's just isn't the same without Rob.
It's not the same without him. So hopefully he'll be here next week. I assume he will be.
Mhm.
And yeah. Uh, as always, thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe and comment. If you didn't enjoy it, comment, tell us why. We appreciate all feedback. Also keep an eye out for our weekly sports segment called Game Day Gameplay. Our last one, we actually put in some Fortnite gameplay.
Okay.
We like to keep it sports centric most of the time, but we had so much Fortnite footage. We were like, screw it, we're gonna make
We have too much footage.
we just win too much. We just have we win so many. I'm like, I got to put this footage somewhere.
Right. And you only keep the footage where you win 100% of the time. So all this crazy amount of footage, it's all winning.
It's just all victory.
Yeah.
People will probably call us out and say that we don't engage people enough. We don't kill enough people. And I'm like, dude, I'm not shooting unless I have to.
So
I'm hiding to the very end.
4-hour video, you just hiding out.
Yeah, basically. No, yeah, actually, me and Todd, we recently won a match of duos where between the two of us, we had 10 kills total.
Oh.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
So anyway, once again, thank you, and we will talk to you next time.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.